written, you know the rock just spam. So buckle down, plug right in, across its way under your skin. Just got foul from the things they spout, and it won't make you shout. Give me that good news, because I'm tired of the same old shit.
The good news is it's time for the grounds with Giles and Jones, and it is brought to you today by the amazing, wonderful, and greatly appreciated. Wow, damn it!
Wait, start, reboot, Friday morning.
By the wonderful, amazing, greatly appreciated support of Reese's Barkery and Patique. Reese'sBarkery.com, 847-363-7297. Get those pets fed. Give your doggies some treats and some toys, and your kitties too. They're at 1313 Riverside Drive in McHenry, Illinois. And today, gentlemen, we're all curious. Is Biden a robot?
Oh, no, you did go there. Oh, my goodness gracious.
For everybody out there listening, thanks for getting caught in the net with us this morning. And you know it's a live read when.
Yeah. Hey, and just...
Cruising right on that.
I just noticed that we have a typo.
Yeah.
Reese's is actually 815-363-7297. We've got it on the screen as 847. 815-363.
We put up what are told.
Time to change that nombre, hombre.
Yeah, we'll have to change that slide.
Damn.
Or did I read 847?
You said 847. It is. Yeah. I say damn to that. But speaking of damn, don't we this weekend at
plug out for the Damn Yak, right?
Damn Yak, right? The kayak. I don't want to call it a race, but a kayak event. Right on the
fourth annual.
Yeah, fourth annual event starting at Miller Point Saturday at 8 a.m. is when they're kind of going to release us, and it's a mass release, according to Phil Sweeney.
How many people have entered?
This year we're over 100 and still growing, I guess. All the kayaks that unfortunately they're down there are already rented and spoken for. So if you've got your own kayak, grab that thing, wax it up, and drop it in the water about 7:15-ish, something like that, 7:30.
Yeah. Now, there's also a raffle to give away a kayak.
There is a raffle to give away a kayak. I believe it's $10 a pop.
Yeah.
Well worth it. Looks like a wonderful unit. I haven't seen it in person.
This isn't a cheap one. I mean, it's a nice yak.
It's a nice yak. Right.
I
never heard anyone say a nice yak. And back in college, I yacked all night. But here it's a damn yak. But it's an event that's going to start at Miller Point, which is right there, basically 120 in the river, go all the way down to the dam, why they call it the Dam Yak, and then back. Yeah, and they'd like to see if you do it in 2 hours.
They're closing the river off.
They're closing the river off partially. They're going to allow only so many boats through the dam coming north, and then there's police boats out there and keeping track. So there's not going to be boats flying by us, and it's supposed to be absolutely spectacular weather. It's supposed to be like right at 80, sunny, no winds. So it should be really a good time.
Humid.
No, I didn't hear any humidity.
Oh, it's July. It's going to be humid.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Even if you can't make it, come on out and support us.
They're literally on the water.
Yeah.
You can't get higher humidity than being on the water.
That's true.
Well, okay, fine. Be technical about it.
100% humidity.
It's 100% humidity, especially if you splash
it. Humidity?
Sitting in the water.
Is it when it's raining?
Yes.
Wrong.
Is it? No.
It's when you're wet. It's when everything's wet.
No.
Wrong. What is it?
It's when it's foggy. When there's fog, it's 100% humidity.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess because there's so many dewdrops in the air. Okay, I got you.
All right.
And there's your science fact for the day.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people think it's when it's raining. It's not.
Well, yeah. Well, come on out and support us. I'll be there. My son will be there.
Yeah.
A ton of local people be there.
Look for Uncle Pete.
No.
Yeah, no, you're not going to be there, Pete?
No, I won't.
Pete's not going to be there.
I will be setting up over for Art in the Park. I got to be there at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So for Fiesta
This
days.
starts at 8.
Yeah.
So
I won't. I'll be over there. I won't be over there. I mean, technically speaking, while it occurs during Fiesta days, it's a separate thing.
And this is like the wind up to Fiesta days too. Sunday's the parade.
And this is like the grand finale though, because when Fiesta days started back on the 8th.
Right. Yeah.
Who is Art? Why is he in the park?
Who is Art in the park? I don't know.
Yeah. He's a big fella. That's why we have to put him in the park.
In the park, we need the whole park for him.
Yeah. You got that nice pagoda over there now, or whatever it is.
Pagoda? No, that's pagoda. Isn't that like a machine? That's like
That's Oriental.
A
Yeah.
pagoda. That's
What
that
is
is a like
Yeah.
a tent or something. A pagoda, isn't it?
No, it's like a little wooden structure thing. It's
Oh, we've got one of
it's
those.
it's like our gazebo.
A gazebo.
Yeah, so there's
I
the
like
gazebo.
pagoda better.
There's the gazebo in the middle, but now they got that little, what is that thing over there with the picnic tables under? And
The shelter.
The shelter.
Oh, it's a
I-
Yeah, the picnic shelter they just
Yeah.
put up. Yeah, they
Yeah, it's
that
nice.
park's
Nice
looking
job.
really nice.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah. So we actually had the farmers market last night too, and then the concert in the park every Thursday night. People, if you're not aware of that, every Thursday night at Veterans Park on Pearl Street is farmers market and some type of music. Last night was just amazing. Every night so far,
Every
has been amazing.
Saturday morning over at Woodstock on the square, they do the same thing.
Oh, do they? Yeah,
Mr.
I'm not.
Santos says,
Farmers
"Good morning, dudes."
Good morning, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
what's up?
getting up that early in the morning to go listen to music in the park.
Yeah. No,
But-
it's a nice.
And Kent, folks would love it if you would move to your left.
why is that?
Because your face is blocked by your
It's
mic, which is
radio
so high.
show.
Sure.
It's literally a radio
That's
show.
why I moved my mic because I'm off kilter.
I know it is literally a radio
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Everyone on the radio would like for you to move to.
Everyone on the radio, yeah, all 3 million people
Slide
watching
to the
us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, the only person that's not going to be at the Damn Yak this weekend is Kent, and you know why?
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Yeah.
Our guy,
It's
Kent
his
Jones.
birthday, his birthday,
His
his birthday.
Yeah, isn't
Thank
that
you.
which? That's the Hindi version, right?
No, the Hindi. It goes, "Happy birthday." Now you look surprised
Thank you
very much.
very much.
very much. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
And it just keeps going
Yeah.
like that.
So Kent
This
is
the song
fleeing the
that
state
never
and
ends.
going up to the UP to
So
ponder
my-
his
yeah.
age.
So no. So my mom was born in the UP, and she and her cousins turn 80 this year. So there's kind of a little family get together there. So if she's listening, I just spoiled the surprise. But
Oh
That's
no,
all right.
Kent, you're killing me. Or did I
That's
spoil it?
no, you did. That's fine. No, I doubt if she's listening. To be honest with you.
Are you sure? Mom is
So,
proud of her boy.
Yeah. So we're Alice, Lucy, and I, just the 3 of us, are gonna take a quick trek up to Iron River and hang out.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything as a quick trip to the UP.
No,
That's about a
it's not.
6-hour jaunt, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, but
That's
it takes
good.
about 3 hours to get to Green Bay from here.
Green Bay's halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good quality car time as long as you turn your phones off
Yeah, yeah. No,
and you can
that's-
actually talk.
Yeah. Well, Lucy will probably be on her iPad or something.
Yeah.
So
She's your
kids-
youngest, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's good. But yeah, no, that's where we're at. So the title of the show is Biden a robot? And
Oh, that's our topic today.
There's
No,
yeah.
It's the title. I don't know if
It's
it's
the title.
topic.
Oh, okay.
I
I have no idea. I don't pay attention to him.
no.
He does not interest me in the
I
least.
absolutely have fallen in love with TikTok,
Have you?
and the reason why is the quality of videos and weird things that people do on their phone are absolutely Hollywood brilliant.
Yeah,
It
they really are.
is.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of really funny people on TikTok. I mean, I can lose literally. What I've started to do is if I'm going to watch TikTok, I either I get on my spin cycle at home. I won't watch it because you can lose an hour or hour and a half or 2 on just watching TikTok. It's just that funny.
Yeah. It's easy to do.
Yeah. So
It really
I
is.
get on the spin cycle, and that's what I do.
You get your exercise while you laugh your butt off.
Yeah.
While you try to
Yep.
bicycle your
Yep.
belly
It's
off.
hilarious. But there's a bunch of people out there who think Joe Biden is a robot.
Well, I mean, I don't really watch or pay much attention to him. It's just fed up with the whole political nightmare. But you know,
Yeah.
I could see it at some of the things I listen to and some of the things I hear. It's just like, oh my god! It's like I don't even. That's why I try not to even waste my brain power
So are
on
you
it.
A QAnon guy,
A what?
a QAnon guy, or whatever.
Oh, Q. Yeah, Q.
No, I'm
Everybody
oblivious
was
to that.
It's a whole Q. It's,
Yeah, probably exactly how I feel about all of it.
The Q person has been on target for a number of things that they've said that have come to
Oh, is
come
that
to
right?
be
I haven't seen one
exposed.
thing that, I guess.
There's a few. No, a few.
Yeah.
Like when I say a few, like maybe 3 or 4.
Okay.
Not like a lot. Because Q's been around for what? Almost since the entire administration of Trump.
Yeah.
So, and everybody was convinced that Q was Trump. But
Oh no, I thought it was John F. Kennedy Jr.
It could have been. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that because
he's not dead.
Yeah, because he's apparently not dead.
Yeah, his plane didn't crash.
Yeah, apparently.
I think the plane did.
He
wasn't on it. Yeah,
because they didn't find the bodies.
Yeah, no, they didn't. So that's a thing. So anyway, good morning, Mr. Severson. How are you today?
Yeah, see, look at that. Yeah, see, isn't that nice? This is a nice palm leaf gambler hat that I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I actually won a hat very similar to that at where the heck did I win that? Oh, I can't think of the name. The Legion, American Legion. No, the American Legion, which is right down the street from us on Riverside Drive. They're like 2 doors down from Reese's Barkery, and they were having a fundraiser 2 weekends ago. I think 2 or 3 weekends ago, we had an adoption event going on at the same time, and I'm like, they had a pig roast. I'm like, oh, I'm going down there, and you gotta give and donate. And so I donated, bought a couple raffle tickets. Next thing I know, I hear my name called, and I got this sweet brim, but it's got a little sticker, or not sticker, but it embroidered on the thing for the summer shanty. Oh, so that's my new hat for the boat.
The boat hat.
The boat hat. Yeah. My wife makes fun of me because then I put on my Hawaiian shirt and I got my boat hat, and she's just like, "You are just an old man." I'm like, "I'm not old. I'm just fun."
Yeah, that's right. It keeps the sun off your ears. You don't get sunburn.
Why, is there something wrong with my ears?
No.
They sticking out too much?
There's a lot of people wear baseball caps, but their ears get sunburned. That's why you can pick up some, sunburn.
Yeah. No, I generally don't until the end of the day when I'm just worn out.
But you did say Hawaiian.
Hawaiian, yeah.
That's right. Thanks, Donnie. Appreciate that. And hope that your move goes well. It's exciting down there. You're heading back home.
Where's he going?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah. Oh, you need your cowboy hat.
Back to Texas. He's got to get his boots on and his hat on.
Mm-hmm.
I got a guy you can talk to down there, Salvador Villalobos. He listens to a lot of our shows.
Yeah, he does.
He's a good mortgage banker down there.
There you go. Hooking him up already. Not even gone yet, and you're hooked up.
Yep. Oh, thanks, Shayna. Thank you very kindly. Your 80-year-old mother's perspective. Yeah. My mom is like me. She's like, whatever.
Yeah. She's real.
Doesn't get too riled up.
So that's good. She's real.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, she may end up on the other side of the scale, maybe too. My family's pretty liberal.
Yeah. So I got to ask you, because you guys brought it up, and like I said, this isn't really my forte by any means. I just stick in the community, work hard, put my head down, take care of the fam. But what's this whole gig about thinking that Biden's a robot?
Some people. I mean,
think is this a joke thing, or just because he can't talk well?
Well, some people think that he's actually like an android or a clone or like a biological bot. And
not an iPhone though, just an Android.
Not an iPhone, just an Android. But it's bizarre.
A robot, like a animatronic type thing.
I mean, like his party's controlling him.
Like a Chuck E. Cheese.
He doesn't have a brain.
Like a Chuck E. Cheese guy. Yeah. No, they can take his head off and
program him.
People are like, oh look, the left side of his face is smooth and the right side is wrinkly. His mask is coming off.
Yeah,
he forgot to moisturize both sides last night.
Yeah, he just like, and then when he stops, like when he loses, they're like, oh my gosh, they didn't program him right, or there was a glitch in that speech because there's just so the amazing thing is, I guess we've come to a point in life where people want something. They're searching for something. So you have all these people who are now just falling in love with conspiracies. Conspiracies. And this is the way the world runs. And, they're just so bored at home that they'll start believing anything.
They need something to believe in, something to rile everybody up.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that as far as, the conspiracy thing. Everyone's just trying to, believe in something bigger, stronger, something that's not
The $6
Normal.
million man, bigger, stronger, better, faster.
That was a great.
Yeah, no,
that was a great
Steve
show.
Austin. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, Shannon. No, this I don't know if it's a Q thing. This is just some things that pop up and come through on TikTok.
Is TikTok paying us? We better be careful there.
That's
We don't want to give them too much free
Yeah,
ads.
they can.
They can, right? Well, that's right. Hey, send it
They
on.
can.
You can.
Yeah.
Kent, I, and Pete could use a nice
Yeah,
little paycheck,
And there- yeah, and there are,
We'll
but
promote TikTok if they
What-
want to support the grounds.
what's,
Absolutely.
in your lifetime, what's the one conspiracy that you believe?
One conspiracy that?
Yeah,
Oh, wow,
one
you're asking a lot.
conspiracy
You're
theory.
making me think about something here. It might
That
it
you
might take
believe.
till the end of the show for me to remember that, but like I said, I don't pay a lot of attention and much of that
What about
stuff.
do you think a man walked on the moon?
That's a good one. My son and I used to always watch MythBusters
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot, right?
Yeah,
So,
Mm.
and they put a lot of question into that whole "Did a man walk on the moon?" with the shadows and all that. I don't know, but we didn't do it because it's easy. We're doing it because it's hard, right? So now it's hard to figure out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Are conspiracy theories really even theories? I mean, it's just a different way of looking at things. I mean, can you call it a conspiracy?
Was it a one man, a lone gunman who shot Kennedy?
I don't know.
Pete, which one you got? What's one conspiracy theory that you're like, yeah, I believe this one?
I don't know that I actually have one that I
Yeah, you believe the man walked on a moon?
possible. I wasn't there. I don't know. We watched it.
I was there. I watched it. I was 2 days old.
We watched it in kindergarten.
Yeah.
We watched them. In kindergarten. They brought the TV in, and we watched the whole thing. I don't know. It's the conspiracy. Like probably the one that I would say, don't be a moron. Of course, would be Area 51. Because
that place exists.
it exists, and of course, it absolutely exists, and I think that it does have something to do with intelligence or technology that has come from outside of our planet. To think that we're the only sentient creatures in the universe is absolutely moronic to me.
Yeah, no, the place exists. Have you ever been there?
No.
Area 51?
No.
Oh my God, I took the family there.
I might explain it for you.
Yeah, right. Well, a couple years. What was it? Let's see. It would have been, 10 years ago.
Sure. Let's go with
I
that.
think it was about 10 years ago. We went to Vegas and kind of doing the thing, running around, and someone said, "Hey, let's go here." And so we went by the Air Force Base. I can't think of the name of it offhand. And we're just sitting outside the Air Force Base, and it basically says, "Stay away from fences, that, and the other." And for me, if it says "Don't do it," I'm going to try it, right?
Yeah.
And so I pull up nice and close in our little. I rented a Dodge Magnum wagon. That's when they just had come out, and my son was in love with them. So I got that, and we're sitting there, and all of a sudden it was like this. Literally, I kid you not, Apache helicopter rises up over the fence line, staring right at us. Like I'm looking at through my binoculars, they're looking through their binoculars. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, and so all of a sudden, I put the car in drive, start pulling away. They lower back down. I pull back over about 100 feet up, or a distance up. Park again, start looking. Same thing, comes up and over, looks at us, and that was it. You're like, all right, we're done. So that was freaky. So we ended up going out. We left there, and we went up into the mountains, and where Area 51 is at. And like literally, the second you pull onto this gravel road, you see dust coming off the road coming at you. Yeah. It was so. There's something going on back there. Conspiracy? I don't know. I mean, realistic.
Yeah.
Pete, you're Mr. Dictionary. What is the definition of a conspiracy theory?
A conspiracy theory is that which is believed but is contrived. There's no actual evidence. Everything is circumstantial. So everything is circumstantial that is used to support the belief of a conspiracy. And the conspiracy is those who conspire, to create and hide information. The way we talk about conspiracy
So the
theories.
entire government's a conspiracy.
Well, it's sure, why not? I mean, there's so much that goes on that we have no clue about.
Nor do you probably want to know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I believe people really you can go dig and go down a rabbit hole, and you can find people that may tell you a few things. I know a few people that have told me a few things, and I don't want to know any more than what they've told me.
Uncle Don just threw it in there.
Yeah.
A theory that rejects the standard explanation for an event and instead credits a covert group or organization with carrying out a secret plot.
Yep.
Damn.
Secret plots.
Secret plots.
Hogan's Heroes was a secret plot.
Yeah.
But hey, that was real.
Yeah. Don says the conspiracy theory he believes in is that we own a radio station.
Yeah.
What, that we own a radio? Oh, we have a radio. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I think probably the only thing that I actually really believe is that we are not alone in the universe. Probably not even alone in our own galaxy. The Milky Way is freaking huge.
For us,
and we're way out in the boonies on the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Like we of the galaxy of our galaxy, we are in Bufu, Egypt, man. We are way out here.
At one time, right? Shana says that it was a conspiracy
to suggest
tobacco caused cancer.
We proved that wrong.
Well, that's right. I mean, you could go into the doctors would be smoking cigarettes in the operating room
as they're delivering your kid.
Right.
Hey, give me another Marlboro.
Right by the oxygen.
Right.
Well, I mean, and at one point, Coca-Cola was actually made with cocaine.
Right. That's not a theory, though. That was the truth.
No, but I mean, just the idea that cocaine is an addictive drug was at one point thought to be,
got everyone addicted to that stuff.
Ridiculous.
Tastes
to
so
suggest.
good.
Yeah.
So nothing. I mean, you're like, well.
Yeah, like I say, I try not to think about all that, but I mean, the man on the moon thing definitely hits home because it's like, why would they fake that? I don't know. So for me, I go, you know how I think.
Why to fake that.
You know how I think, right?
We were in a race with Russia.
Yeah,
Russia was sending chimpanzees.
Yeah. Sputnik.
We can't be the best. We have to be the best.
Yeah, we got to be first and strongest.
Right. But that's just the way.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I would say that one definitely rings, but like I said, that's something it's going to pop into my head about 2 minutes before the show ends and be like, oh yeah, and
right. I don't understand why, I don't understand how Gilligan's hut never got wet inside. There were never any tropical storms.
They built them well. Gilligan's Island.
There was an episode where it blew apart.
It was.
Yeah, he got wet sleeping in bed. There was an episode on that. One. So overall, it was
sure
a pretty
it wasn't
strong
like
hut.
the Professor Ginger Marianne throwing water on him?
Right.
Because he was having a dream?
It's a long time. I just remember that there was one where he was all wet, and then the skipper got wet, and they were all unhappy. So, and then the hut blew away, so they had to fix it all. Yeah. But that was just one episode.
Yeah.
I watched Gilligan's Island like crazy when I was a kid.
Oh, I think all of us did.
Yeah.
It's like watching that, Three's Company, Charlie's Angels.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it. Actually, I saw that. I actually own the Charlie Angels movies that came out.
So why did Elvis really die?
Yeah,
well, he is now for sure.
Now,
I mean, age wise,
old,
but I don't know. I remember where I was at when he died.
Yeah.
My parents took us to a Cubs game.
Right.
We were no.
There's
We were at the Cubs
Mr.
game.
Stevenson. How you doing,
Morning, Don? How are you, bud?
Don, what are you going with, Don?
That's still what I think Pete referred to it as my bowling alley last week, but it's the basement. If you recall, I used to have that curtain up for my backdrop, but my son decided he needed that at his new house. So, and I'm gladly getting rid of anything and everything that we don't need in our house right now. So,
everything what you've collected.
You can't afford another. You can't afford another curtain.
Well, I'm moving in 3 days, so I'm not going to put one up here. That's for sure.
What's the conspiracy that you buy into?
I'd probably have to say truth be told, I don't think about them much. I mean, do I believe we walked on the moon? Yeah, I do. It could have been fake. Sure, it could. I don't think that many people could keep a secret. So that's why most of the time I don't believe in them, because there's too many people that would have to keep their mouths shut for them to be true. And I think we've proven over time people aren't very good at keeping their mouths shut.
I'm kind of like you, Don. I don't think about it much either. I don't try to waste a lot of my mental capacity because there's not a ton there usually.
You only got so much. Right?
I only got so much. I don't want to think about
this show.
Right. Save it for the show. I just don't want to think about that stuff. One, because I can't change it generally. I mean, if there's something I can change or make a difference, then I will focus on it, put some energy into it. But a lot of that stuff, it doesn't, really doesn't mean anything to me, my everyday life, my family, my community,
Yeah, if we found out tomorrow
didn't we?
would take the moon landing, it would have no impact on my life.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, okay, them bastards
Okay.
lied to us
I'd be
again.
like, bummer. Yeah, they lied to us again. But
They lied to us again. They got it over.
Yeah.
So,
But
It's all right. Elon Musk will be up there shortly.
there you go.
well, he's gonna be driving his car around there.
Isn't the Virgin Records guy already up there?
He made it to the edge of
yeah.
space. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was up
he
there.
just went to the edge of space.
Ooh,
With
how
Richard
about
Branson.
Flat Earthers? I like that one.
Oh, flat! Oh my God!
That's
Have
a
you
wild
seen?
bunch of folks, right?
Have you seen the little documentary thing out there about flat earthers?
Yeah.
It's freaking hilarious. Tim, awesome! Thanks for bringing that up.
You mean it's not?
is
Well,
hilarious.
People actually still believe that it's flat?
right? So yeah, they don't believe that Antarctica is the ice rim of the Earth. So where we think it is spherical, they're like, no, the ice rim prevents you from going over the edge, and you can't fly north from south, is what they say.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a conspiracy theory.
Well, I think the only people that would know, Deke, are the ones who fell over the edge, and they can't tell us about it. So,
Right.
Well, I keep traveling the United States, and I ain't fallen
Well,
off yet.
Here's the thing.
I keep
cool.
coming back.
I think that's cool. And it's flat. What's on the other side?
Right.
There has to be something on the other side.
if it's flat,
Haven't you ever seen the curvature of the Earth? I mean, have you never? Well, I mean, the one place that I have seen it and absolutely.
What you've been told is the curvature.
No. Well, okay, maybe it's, but like in Jamaica, in Negril, Jamaica, at Rick's Cafe, which is the farthest. I think it's the farthest southern point of Jamaica. I think, I'm not sure, but if you sit up at Rick's Cafe and you're not partaking in any of the local goodies, you can see the curvature of the Earth on the ocean. When you're sitting there on
I
the,
have to believe you. I've never been there.
right, but I mean, I don't believe it's a mirage or anything like that. I mean, you can literally see in the horizon that it is actually curved. It is really cool. And then obviously the more adult beverages or local,
Yeah.
the more curved it gets.
are taken, that it might get a little more curved, but I firmly believe the world.
Actually, for you, Scott, it probably gets flat when you're face down. It probably seems kind of flat, right?
Yeah, right. Now, I know how to control myself. I've never been face down or flat down in Jamaica.
Shayna, are you talking about the no-fly zones over the North and South Poles, and in Antarctica as well? Is what I'm wondering, because she said, "Why is there a no-fly zone?" Is what I want to know. Or are you talking about like over government
Well,
facilities?
because flies are nasty. They keep biting you. And
The ability to listen.
flies are annoying. So who wants to have a fly around you?
Well, and that's that. Last night on the Bare Facts on Guns, someone said that they just passed that if you're speaking negatively in text, that they can go in and delete your personal texts now.
What?
If you're speaking negatively about the vaccines that are out there, that they can go in and remove that
On your
text
phone?
right off your phone. I didn't look into that. I don't know.
Well, maybe we should try. Maybe we should try it out. Start texting people. Let's get Kent as our test dummy.
Well,
here.
we already said Biden robot. Trust me, everybody's listening.
That's true.
And it was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you, brother.
My last name is not really Giles. It's Givier.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No, because there's a lot of things out there. I appreciate growing up as a kid back in the 70s and 80s, right? Russia, bad. They are communist, and they don't tell their people everything. They tell them what they want to hear. Da, 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 da. And I just sit here today going,
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, sounds like our government.
Yeah,
On a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
and guided in directions, the herding of the cats per se.
Now, how about the thing down in the Appalachians where you're not supposed to look up in trees lest you see the things you're not supposed to see?
What?
I've never
I
heard
don't even
that.
know that one. I don't know
No?
that one. What do they think is in the trees?
Like the little shapeshifters and the creatures and the little
Oh
things
yeah,
that
like
come out
fairies
get you
and stuff like that.
Well, these are a little bit more violent.
That
than
must be the meth that
fairies,
they're
I
on.
think, but,
That must be the meth they're on. That has nothing to do with
I've
stuff
heard
in the
that.
I mean,
trees.
that's been a thing like for a long
I
freaking.
never heard that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that either. But once again,
Appalachian
I'm
mountains, and don't be stirring up in trees, and don't like you'll hear a lot of them say, you know what, you really aren't supposed to be out wandering around in the mountains in the forest after night. It's not safe because these things will come get you.
they don't want to. They don't want you to find their stills. That's
So
why they don't want you
right.
out there.
Yeah.
And that very well could be
That's a
why it's
conspiracy
been a long,
theory.
long time. So yeah, that could be one.
Is that one of those don't make eye contact with them, Pete? Yeah, don't make eye contact.
Yeah,
I mean, every good fictional book, there's always a little bit of truth in the fiction. That's what makes it a good. So you watch these movies like Men in Black.
Great series of movies.
Might be a little bit of truth in there.
I think there's a lot of bit of truth there.
Dennis Rodman is an alien, yes.
Right. You know what I mean? So you kind of
well, and there's a conspiracy for you wherein that you just touched on really is that Hollywood has been dripping little bits of information so that when all of this stuff does come to actual light, we'll be like, oh, well, movies.
Yeah, I watched that movie a couple years ago. It made me start thinking about it.
Yeah. So, it's so I don't know how much truth there is to that other than, it's we know what sells.
Right.
Yeah.
So as far as movies go, so I don't know.
It's just putting those little tidbits out there for people to grab onto and run with and put on TikTok.
How do you boil a frog, right? You don't throw it in boiling water; it'll jump out.
Yeah.
You put it in cold water and slowly heat the water to a boil, and that frog
That's
will
it.
just sit there and die, right? That's as time goes on, I just sit here and go, oh, the water is starting to get warm.
Yeah, the Earth. Yeah, they're slowly cooking us with the phones and everything, all the electronic devices.
5G. Well, you got 10G coming up now.
10G, right?
Yeah.
10G.
Sounds like a person's name.
10G.
It does.
Hey, what's your name? My name's Tenji Blow. How are you?
Little kid that's good
Little
at
kid.
math.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Tenji.
We got 10G now. He's really good at math. He's going to solve everything.
In North, it's hi, my name is Tenji. How can I help you? Your car warranty has gone out. Let me talk to you.
Oh my God!
What'd you pay for your car? 10G.
I don't know if there's one conspiracy that I believe in, but I love listening to people, and because it makes you think, and you're like, oh, what if, like I am literally very, very fascinated, have been for a long time, with President Kennedy's assassination.
Really?
There's so many interesting things that just kind of don't make sense.
Do you have that much free mental space that you worry about it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm fascinated by it. I think that's great. Yeah.
Why are you fascinated by it? That something happened that's probably a lie.
What do you mean?
Well, why are you fascinated by his death?
Well, the method of I don't believe it was one guy. I really don't. The angles and everything, the way it happened.
You don't think it was one shooter?
They said he used a 6.5 Italian Carcano rifle, which is an absolute shit rifle. I know, I owned one.
Yeah,
they're garbage, and I had to weld a penny to the end to get the sight to work. They're just
sounds like a gun I'd get rid of. I had to weld a penny.
Listen,
they're garbage guns. They really are.
Visited, the book place, right? That
Book depository.
Book depository. It's now a museum. It's really cool. And there's X's on the road. Where he got shot. But if I'm a murderer and I'm up in that window that he was at, Oswald, there's a better shot than the ones that were taken.
Yeah.
Right?
Much better.
Much better. And if you're gonna assassinate somebody, you're gonna do it as they come around the corner, because you're straight out.
Yeah.
You're not trying to go here.
Maybe he had second thoughts.
And no.
Maybe it's hard to believe he was not a clear thinking assassin.
Right. And then
getting killed afterwards always feeds it, doesn't it, Deke?
Yeah. Then oddly enough, he's assassinated by a guy who has cancer and dies.
Probably smoked cigarettes
before, right? Kennedy Have you read Dr. Mary's Monkey? You will never see things the same. Top 5. No, what is? I'll look at that. Dr. Mary's Monkey. I got to write that down.
La Plume?
Now, I did watch the other day a movie with a dude in it. Jeez, that's
The movie with the dude.
Oh, that one.
That narrows it down.
I think it was called Gunner, and I think it was one of the Wahlberg boys.
Oh, it's called Shooter.
Shooter,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Shooter
yeah,
McGavin.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
Shooter, yeah.
I've
And
seen it probably
that
20 times.
I was actually. Have you really?
No, it's one of those that every time I surf around, if I see it, I watch.
Oh man, because I walked in like Mary Catherine put it on because she said, "Oh, it said action."
Yeah.
And I was about to turn it off because I was getting really freaking bored with it, and then finally I'm like, "Oh, okay, I get this. They're going to set him up." I knew the whole thing before it was done. And I like Danny Glover. And it was interesting to see Danny Glover in a bad guy role.
He was good in the bad guy role.
But it was a good, like, kind of like a conspiracy theory movie where they were creating conspiracy so that they could kill the preacher dude, whatever he was, I forget, a bishop from some other country because they didn't want him to uncover the stuff. And then who was the guy that played the senator?
Oh, Warren Beatty.
He was good.
He was good.
He was good in that. Yeah. So
He was. Yeah, there was some great acting in that movie.
Actually, I was surprised. I was surprised that I liked it because I was about to turn it off.
That's a good one.
Anyway.
That's one of my favorites, actually. That's
What I
Mark
didn't hear that.
Mark Wahlberg does a lot of good movies, and I mean, he's not going to win 20 Academy Awards or anything.
Wasn't he like a boy band guy or
Yeah,
something?
No, his brother was.
Yeah,
Brother,
with
they
Donnie.
both.
New Kids on the Block.
He was a new kid on the block. That's a conspiracy theory too, though, that they were actually a boy band.
They were a boy band.
They were just a band.
They were just a band.
The boys in the band.
Yeah, so I'm always fascinated with what's happening in history with at that time. What's going on? Here's the thing that, and I just not to create a conspiracy now either, but Johnson, the vice president, was also in the area there with and when does that ever happen? Now,
Never.
And now it happens now with the co-presidency,
Well, yeah, because we got a co-president and
Presidency.
right?
yeah.
So I'm looking at things, and everything is kind of cyclical,
Yeah.
and there's some similarities. They're always together, or she's real close.
She's the one controlling him, right, with this little robot.
Yeah, she might
control.
have the remote
She's
control.
got the
Yeah,
remote
the
control
robot,
on her
right.
iPad or whatever.
Mark. Oh yeah,
Marky Mark.
Funky
Bunch,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, he did that.
That was a great song too.
in his Calvin Klein underwear or something, right? What was that? Right?
Was he?
Yeah.
I have no idea
He
what
did
that
some
is.
sort of
Marky
Yeah,
Mark.
you lost me there.
He was an
Yeah, he
underwear
did some
model.
sort of underwear shit.
That's-
Marky Mark was an underwear
Marky
model?
Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah.
Who's Marky Mark?
That's
Mark
Mark Wahlberg.
Oh.
Mr. Buff himself.
There's something for an Uncle Pete in the morning. You could do actors who were singers.
Actors who were singers.
There's actually quite a few
that's
of 'em.
There's a
interesting.
lot of them.
Well, you got Ice Cube, Ice T,
Potsy.
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 Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy.
Great singer.
Eddie Murphy was a singer.
He sang
Yeah, he did like that song. My girl wants to party all the time.
Oh yeah, that was actually after he was. He was a.
Yeah, he was an actor first, a comedian and actor first, but
Yeah.
A lot of Disney kids.
So yeah, but
No, yeah, Brittany.
Yeah.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Yeah, right.
she didn't act, did she? Was
But
she an
that's-
actor?
Brittany, yeah, she was a Mouseketeer.
Mouseketeer.
If you consider that
forgot about
acting.
that. Yeah,
So Timberlake would have fallen in that category.
Yeah, Timberlake. Her, yeah. You know, my cousin actually dated Justin Timberlake. Is that crazy?
That is crazy.
I couldn't, and she, for whatever reason, he wanted to marry her, and she didn't want to marry him.
Huh? Oh,
Next
well.
on the
That's a
ground,
conspiracy.
The biggest mistakes of your life.
That's a good one, actually. I should call her up and be like, "Can we call you and ask you why
right.
you did not
There you
marry
go.
him?"
Hey, even if it was for a month, she'd be set for the rest of her
Yeah.
life right now.
It was, it was. I still kind of to this day don't believe it, but you know,
I
The
need to.
conspiracy.
we've got proof. We've got proof.
I would need
Well, if she did date him and she knows how to get in touch with him, maybe we could get Justin himself on and they
On the
could talk
grounds.
about it. And who knows? Maybe
That'd
we
be
could
an interesting concept.
rekindle a little something
But
there.
you know
I don't
what?
Is he married now? I have no idea.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, so's my cousin. She's
I
married.
think he's married to Jessica Biel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's sad that you would know that.
I know. As I was saying it, Deke, I was thinking that exact thing.
Well, I mean, he was part of Lonely Island, and we've played that on Uncle Pete in the Morning before. That group.
I don't know what that is.
You don't want to know what that is. I'll show you some later.
That is good.
Yeah.
But I think the best conspirators.
Well, Tim
there,
knows.
Yeah, Jessica Biel. Yeah, Tim knows. The best conspirators, I think, are the ones who really tie in history well, and really make you question things. You know.
Well, that's my motto: is question everything.
I mean, here's
maybe I'm a good conspirator.
But here's the thing: like with the man on the moon, if you take a look at the footprint, quote unquote, on the moon, it's very rigid. It's got things in. But if you take a look at the boots that are in the museum, the boots are flat on the bottom. Interesting, isn't it?
Maybe they came back and ran a few miles in them and wore those riches out.
Very interesting.
Yeah. There's so much traveling in those boots. We actually saw those in. Oh my God, what is it in Texas? At NASA, Houston,
Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah. My wife and I went there 2 years ago, I think it was, and actually that was the first time in a long time that I actually went into.
And they had a moon rock there too.
Yeah, quite a few of them. That's the first time in a long time I actually went to a museum like that and just got lost.
Moon rocks. Yeah. Okay, I could pick a rock up off the ground and go put it somewhere in a nice little glass case and put moon rock on it.
You wouldn't know
I couldn't see it.
Who is going to know unless you've got a geologist who has all kinds of rock chemical testing kits? And perhaps there is some type of mineral found on the moon that is not found here. I would wager that would be the case because,
coming into a different gravity pull with that.
Now, I will tell you this. I'm more likely to believe that the moon was a spaceship that brought us here and parked out there.
Wow.
Than anything else.
A moon is a spaceship that brought us here.
Within the scope of astrophysics, our planet should not be able to support the moon as it is.
Tim. He's got a good point there.
Yeah. So I feel like if we landed on the moon, we'd have a Starbucks, Thornton's, McDonald's, and a half-empty strip mall. You're probably right. I would wager that would be absolutely the case. Probably very near the Sea of Tranquility.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant.
Oh God!
And of course, if you live in McHenry, that's what we have. That is McHenry.
Oh, Starbucks.
A new Thornton's coming in on both ends of town. A new gas station in the middle.
Both ends?
Yeah, over there.
On the Ringwood, they're going to put one in?
Yeah, out there. Yeah.
Out there? Yeah. Over there?
And we're also the only planet in our solar system, actually many other planets they've found, that has a moon that's in a tidal lock orbit.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen.
If you say so, I'm going to believe you on that one.
As we understand physics,
right over my head.
Right.
The moon
there's
should
the
not
key
be
phrase.
in a tidal lock position, and it should not be the size that it is.
But Pete, there's the magic words, as we understand, because we don't understand jack squat.
As we've been taught or told.
We don't understand jack squat, but that's what's funny about it is. Every time people act like they've got something definitive, and 5 years later, the definitive is now a new definitive.
Yeah.
I find if you ask me, I find all conspiracy theories just fascinating.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
It's definitely makes
fun.
you look at things in a different light, a different perspective. Now you guys are making my
It's
brain
like that
work
old song,
overtime.
things that make you go,
I thought it was things that make you go.
See,
boom.
I agree, Shayna. I think all the cool kids hang out on the dark side of the moon. It's probably where all the goth kids are.
Yeah.
It's very cool, though.
If goth is cool, but it's the dark side. So
No, it's those people that went on the spaceship behind the Haley's Comet. That's right.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Beelzebub or whatever that was
And they
supposed to
wear tennis shoes or something.
Yeah.
Nike tennis shoes or something.
be. Nike tennis shoes.
Brought to you by.
Well, supposedly
brought to you.
there's a whole bunch of ships docked over on the other side of the moon that we can't see.
Unless it's a special night.
I think so. I mean, just look at the night sky now. There are so many. There are so many freaking space things up there, junk and satellites and everything. You know, I used to be able to look up there and count the stars, and now they're all moving. And
Yeah.
Well, when you go up north this week and take a video, let's see how many you can see.
Well, and
that's the one thing nice about up north, though, man, is you can see a lot of the stars at night. Not like here, where it's just you'll see a ton of them, but nowhere near if you've ever been. Like in the middle of the desert, like when we went to Vegas, we went over to the Grand Canyon.
Oh,
and on the way back, on the way back, we stopped about halfway, and it was like, I don't know, 12 o'clock at night or something like that, and everyone in the truck sleeping. And I pulled over on an off-ramp because it was just jet black, and I got out of the car and I'm like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing." I'm like, "Get out." And it was like it was just the amount of stars that you see when you're in the middle of the desert is just, I mean, it's actually one of those awe-inspiring things that cool. Everybody should, encounter at some point. And I don't remember seeing anything moving, probably because there's too many up there. But
you can't. The lower orbit, especially the satellites that are in a geosynchronous orbit, they're kind of cool because to maintain their geosynchronous orbit, they will adjust position. And so it looks like a weird little light moving very slightly up there. And it's a UFO. No, it's just a geosynchronous
the interesting
satellite.
Thing is, if anybody's paying attention, Uncle Pete has used words that make Scott and I go, huh?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, Pete's got this.
Geo what? Geo what?
Yeah. All right, so there's the one that I'll actually see. Shayna thinks I said at the end of the show. At the end of the show, mine's going to pop up. I was thinking, my fave conspiracy involves 9/11.
And we got 14 minutes.
That's another one of those that there is no way. Think of how many people would have had to keep that secret.
Well, I still remember that day like it was yesterday because my wife basically screamed that morning when she saw it on TV.
Yeah, 20 years ago.
Yeah, it screamed, and and
I was in this building.
Were you
when it happened?
I was actually still sleeping.
Has changed.
Yeah, look like 20 years. But
I was in that corner instead of this corner.
I was in the Civic Opera building 2 blocks from the Sears Tower, and they had us out in a hurry.
You go back and watch some of that footage, and there are people who were filming, and there's nothing in the sky, and then all of a sudden there's a plane that hits the building.
Yeah. Why?
In seconds. You would have seen it fly in.
Oh, let's film.
And
that was before all of these.
Right. That was,
all these.
That was a firefighter.
Before you had your handheld.
That was a documentary. That first plane, I think it's one of the only videos of the first plane. It was they were doing a documentary on a firehouse. And they're standing looking down in a manhole, and then they look up and the plane comes in. Yeah, I've seen that show. It was literally, they were doing a documentary on that firehouse when the first plane hit. And they happened to capture it while they're out there. Yeah, first plane hit.
Okay. And, and then there's just a bunch of interesting flashes and things that happen, and interesting when you hit so high. I mean, if you play the game, there's games like you could shoot balls at buildings and stuff like that. And if you shoot high, the whole thing does not crumble down.
Right. Yeah. So for me, I mean, there's just with 9/11, there's just too many unanswered questions,
And interesting, the reaction of
I'm kind of surprised
of the then sitting president too, as he's sitting there reading Cat in the Hat or whatever, and somebody comes and whispers in his ear, and he's like, and he just goes back to reading. He's not like, what the fuck's going on?
Right. We need to take care of this. Yeah.
And then they explain that by saying he didn't want to alarm the children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think maybe the children were teaching him how to read. I don't. Hey, how are you?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
What's that word say?
That's right.
You're president. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I admit he was so much fun.
He was.
That guy.
Well, this guy that's sitting too could be very much fun, but
I look at this guy now.
It's not nice to make fun of people like him, though.
The guy sitting now, I just feel bad for.
That's what I mean. It's not nice to make fun of him, Pete.
It's just sad.
There's not a lot of energy coming out of the White House.
No.
Let's get Barack back in there. He had a lot of good energy, huh?
Let's get off politics now.
Let's talk peanut butter. Let's talk some peanut butter.
Let's talk the damn yak.
No, but and there has been thousands and millions of dollars spent on the 9/11, attack on America. So very, very interesting. There's a lot of gaps and a lot of holes that haven't been answered.
A lot of holes. And the Pentagon, they got.
Yep.
And actually, we know a Pentagon survivor from that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
it's very interesting.
So
too.
so you know somebody that was there when it happened?
Yep.
And what does he say?
It was a big hole.
Big hole.
But I mean, he was there when it actually hit.
Yeah, he was on the other side.
So was it
He
a
was on
plane?
the
Was it
other
a
side
plane
of
or
the
was it a bomb?
Yes, it's a big hole.
It's a big
It's
hole.
a big hole.
Yeah.
So-
In the shape of a plane.
In the shape of a plane. You guys are hilarious. Man.
Like a
Damyak
cartoon.
has 104 registered kayaks for tomorrow morning. I'll be there setting up at 6 a.m. Our good friend Tim Santos. And again, there is a raffle. You can get in $10, I think.
$10,
raffle
for a real nice kayak.
I mean, this is a $300, $400, $500 kayak.
From what I understand, like I
It's
said,
a
I
nice
haven't
thing.
seen it, but
Yeah.
I would like. Yeah, it's Phil Sweeney.
And the
Was telling me about
Damyak,
it.
Phil Sweeney, big shout out. It was his baby, his idea, 4 or 5 years ago. And this thing is starting to gain some attention.
Yeah, we're really going to pump it up for
Yeah.
next year
It
too, because
could
I think
have
we
some
want to
national
sponsor it as
attention.
Reese's and maybe make it like a doggy paddle,
Yeah.
the Damyak paddle.
Yeah, good point there too, Shayna. Yeah, getting that Patriot Act.
That was something, wasn't it?
Coming out of there. Mhm.
Well, right. So that gave them the. Every time you have some type of these big events, they put some other type of controlling.
Yes.
For your safety.
Yeah, for some other type of controlling
Mm.
measure in place, right? So, now you do this, the Freedom of Information Act, the Patriot
And-
Act.
And the
So what-
water just got a little warmer.
Yeah, the water just got a little warmer.
You see what I'm saying?
Us damn
You see-
frogs,
You
yeah.
see what I'm saying? We're just sitting in this spot going, this is more comfortable
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Need to go up north and sit in the cold weather.
I tell you, right? And that's why I love, the other conspiracy that I absolutely love going on right now is, hey, they're putting trackers in you with the vaccine. No, they're not. They're right here. It's called
Well,
the
we already have that.
and we pay big money to have them.
Pay big money to have
Yeah.
them track you.
But
Right,
not enough
right.
people have these. So
Yeah,
that
Not
was how
enough.
that was explained to me. Not enough people have it.
everybody
Right.
has one.
Everyone
Yeah.
has one, and
Children
you pay a
have.
lot of money to do it, and you sign away with something you never read. You
Right.
sign something that
Yeah.
says, "I agree,"
Yeah.
because I need a phone. But
Check
wait,
that
you know what
box.
you just agreed to?
Right.
If you actually read the 12 or 13 pages, you wouldn't sign your phone.
That's
You
right.
wouldn't get you wouldn't get a shot. I'm never going to call it a vaccine. You wouldn't get it because you have to sign off on that shot that you're not going to sue them
And
when it screws you
And
up.
I've been talking to people who got their second shot, and
Yeah.
things aren't going well for them.
No, a lot of people. All right. So I don't pay attention to TikTok, right? My wife and my daughter really do, and
I'm
they,
talking to
they get a
actual
lot
people,
of good, right?
Not watching TikTok.
Right.
or
No,
anybody,
but I'm just
yeah.
saying some of the things. I've talked to a lot of people too, and I don't want to get too deep into that because you
Right,
you
but
guys
here's
know
what
how I feel.
here's
But
what here's the
you've seen the
question I'll
ones.
ask. And they were pictures of health before the shot. Absolutely not overweight. Absolutely in
Right.
beautiful health.
Or in good health,
Some of
not
these,
beautiful,
Some
but-
of these people, yes, absolutely.
But have you seen the ones though that actually, and granted, once again, they take a magnet, stick it to their arm.
Well, yeah.
Well,
That's
if you're marginally moist,
Marginally moist. Well, that's a different show from
Now that's
Fantasy Factory,
Yeah.
Pete.
That's-
That's
no,
not.
sounds
That's
like-
not this show tonight.
That's the name of Scott's next show.
Sounds like that's my honeymoon. Marginally moist, honey. Sorry.
No, this today at 2:00 with Scott Giles.
21.6 the net joined marginally moist.
Marginally moist, the talk show.
okay.
Your daily dose of inspiration.
If you are somewhat damp, then is that better?
Yeah. You gotta
Right.
I gotta
Okay.
try this out.
So you could actually take a spoon or a piece of metal and you can stick it to your arm and it will stay there.
Yeah.
So you could lick
Shame
the
on
spoon and then start your video and stick it there. It'll stay there, even
Yeah.
on your forehead
You
or
can stick
whatever.
a
So
spoon to your nose.
right.
yeah.
So yeah.
yeah.
Here's what
I
I'll
don't
say,
know about that.
idiots. Is that
Wait, you call me an idiot? Hold on here.
this is just for the idiots in the world.
Oh, the real believers. The
All
real
those who are
believers.
marginally moist.
Are
You
those
have-
marginally? If my niece heard you said that, she would
You
cringe.
carry a tracking device with you.
Right,
Yeah.
and you
Every day.
give them.
Now, I remember as a kid, I could, hey, listen, if you're going to make that long distance call, you make that after 7 o'clock.
Right, because cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
And we battled for cheap phone, and now your monthly phone bill is $300, $400, $500.
Yeah.
And you pay it
And if that
gladly.
was hanging on the wall, you'd be like, "Why the God's name am I paying $300 for a phone?"
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, because most of our lives revolve around
Because
it.
this has more computing power than
The first computer.
than when the men were on the moon.
That could prove
Supposedly.
that we're on the moon.
Maybe they brought something back with them.
Maybe they brought something.
Maybe
They
that.
found a phone.
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
the picture of the wrecked spaceship and the female pilot that were on the moon that they found?
Oh, no.
No, that's out there.
It's out there.
Yeah, that's out there.
Oh,
So they might have.
Yeah.
So they got into the spaceship. They might have brought some of this tech back with them. So
Uh-oh. What do we
Oh,
got here
Tobin.
from
Tobin,
Hey,
Butch
Tobin,
Tobin,
good morning,
he's
buddy.
written a book for us here.
In June, the U.S. Navy conducted readiness drills. Yesterday, the results were announced. The Navy is not ready for war. The admiral that gave the report said that the diversity training is the problem. Instead of war readiness training, Biden has ordered diversity training. The Navy failed its war readiness exams, and the admiral said we cannot win a war situation against Russia and China.
Oh, that's great news.
That is a good conspiracy.
But
There's a
they're
buzzkill.
diverse.
Hmm.
But they're diverse.
That's a
So
good conspiracy.
yeah, there you
And
go.
so, if you're marginally moist, you can fight the Chinese.
That is correct.
Well, there goes another one for the board.
That is correct. Yeah,
Right.
that's it. Well, you know what? I don't think anybody's ever ready for war. That's all. And it,
The only-
doesn't-
the only
and it really
way-
doesn't matter. The next
Right.
war is going to be fought with
The only-
sticks and stones. Because
Well, you know the
somebody's
thing-
gonna drop a bomb.
You know the thing that they say about war is that you can't prepare for war, but what you can do is you can prepare yourself for what's not going to being able to work with what's not you don't foresee coming,
Right.
being able to adapt. There you go.
Adapt,
So not you can't win a war, you can't be ready for war, but you can be ready to adapt quickly
Right.
Yeah.
to what is in front of you, right? Because no plan ever goes the way it's
And
supposed
really
to.
our
You have to be able to
biggest-
adapt and
And
change
really, our
gears.
biggest threat
You can-
are domestic terrorists.
Right.
Anyway.
And
You
then-
can prepare and
and-
have food and
Right.
water and
Right.
the sundries
Right.
that you need.
Right.
Oh, and now have you seen
sundries for war? I need my sundries
Yeah.
and Kent's hat to protect your ears.
Protect your ears.
Have you seen the thing where people are talking about we have to be prepared very soon, very like within months, for massive shortages of all types because the
Yes.
directives at these port of call where
Yeah.
things are
Like
coming
no
in
cars.
is to let it sit. Well, we're already seeing no
Right.
cars
No
because of
cars.
the chips that are not
Right.
Food
available.
shortage.
Have you
Yeah,
known
new
that,
car
Lana,
shortage.
and Lana, our master psychic, who's on Saturday morning, she predicted all this stuff.
Lisa?
So
Lana.
Lana. Okay,
Lana.
sorry, Lana.
Mm.
I get them all mixed up. Master.
Yeah, Lisa
Psychics
doesn't
and-
do predictions.
No.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, with that kind of you guys brought that up. I wonder like why some are better off than others as far as the car dealerships, right? So Bus Ford, love them right here in McHenry.
Yeah.
Jammed. Their parking lot is jammed with vehicles. Toyota, Crystal Lake, empty.
Yeah.
You
Well, it all
know,
depends
Dodge,
on how you run the business.
unfortunately, Sunnyside and McHenry.
Yeah, Wayne Jett of Jets Heating and Air. They saw this coming and they bought hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of air conditioners and furnaces because they saw this coming. And now they have other suppliers coming to them to purchase. It was brilliant. So
Oh, did he?
depends how you run your business and if
Yeah.
you watch trends and do things. Yeah.
Well, I bought a lot of dog food, so come on down to Reese's and get some so your dogs can continue to eat.
Shayna says, I forwarded a podcast with a creator of the rDNA vax who has been trying to warn of problematic issues. The main concern is the spike protein traveled past the expectations, like the brain. It was removed at a falsehood. Scary, the level of censure. Yeah, I saw that too. It was very, very interesting. I watched it, not the whole thing, but portions of it. Very, very interesting. I do have the absolute biggest conspiracy that too many people in the world absolutely believe, and we're getting close to that time. But the one that absolutely too many people in the world believe, and this hits home very close to Chicago, is that Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player of all time.
Oh, that is no way to end our show.
Michael Jordan is not the GOAT, nor will he ever be. There you go.
Shame on you. Wait, whoa. How do you figure that? Who is the GOAT then?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
You're smoking funny stuff
Nope.
from my store.
That's
Yeah,
it.
he was calling other people morons a little while ago there, Scott.
What's that?
He was calling other people a moron and
Biggest
stupid a minute
fallacy.
ago.
Dude, you're killing me. Michael MJ is the man.
I will show you off the air why he's not.
Look at his stats.
Yeah, it doesn't compare to Kareem's.
Are we done already?
Oh, his stats Kareem's stats are better, so I
Oh
agree.
my
But
God.
that doesn't mean he was better.
Well, I enjoyed watching
If the-
Michael much better
If the
than Kareem.
statistics are better, how can somebody be better than better?
Longevity, things.
He
of that
was
nature.
much more fun to watch.
Well,
Even
you
though
could
his
say he was
stats
fun
aren't
to
there.
watch. Kobe Bryant was fun to watch.
All right.
Right?
Hey, guys, thanks for joining us this week on the grounds. Now that
Guys,
has really made me start
Best of
thinking
luck, guys.
direction.
Yeah, that's
Have a
And
good
best
weekend.
of luck to you, Don. Gonna miss you, bub. And
I'll miss you guys in person.
hope you have
Hopefully,
a
I'll be able to
wonderful
join you on
move, but,
occasion.
hey, you always get to join us here.
That's
You
my
can click
plan.
that link no matter where you are.
That's my plan.
All righty. We're out, fellas.
Everybody have a great weekend. Come see us at the Damn Yak. Yeah, you killed me, man. You got me going like, what are you calling me?
Hey,
Oh.
just switch it
Michael
on.
Jordan's not the greatest.
Don't